Hey guys, welcome to day one of the Miracle Mindset Challenge. I am really happy to be with everybody. I was coming in off Zoom and trying to stream and other things, and it has just gotten crazy with all of the changes that Facebook makes literally every day. So what we tested yesterday no longer worked today. So my team and I were like, what just happened? So hi guys, it is so good to be with everybody. I hope you are loving day one of the Miracle Mindset Challenge. I want to hear who is here. I want to know where you're from. And I want to hear how day one was for you. So I'm going to review a few things that are really, Karen, what's up, girl? That I want us to go into. So the way that the challenge is set up and the way that I created it is I always get asked, I even had one of my women in my Queens program who has the ultimate package. So we do private time together. And she was saying to me, like, what do you do in your morning routine, right? And that was one of the reasons why I created 5 morning rituals that you receive being a part of this free online challenge that I had created. And this was truly a channeled challenge that I first did. And this is my second time running it. And I loved it when I did it. And so to tell you, the way you set up your morning is going to dictate the way your day goes. So there's a lot that we're going to go through here, but stick with me. So one, what I want you to know is every morning there's a morning video, a morning ritual that I share with you. This morning, I shared with you the power of intention and the power of giving yourself a hug first thing in the morning, your soul's recognition and its counterpart within yourself versus within another, right? To really be in that space. And you're going to receive a ritual each day. And you also have the handouts, guys. Please, if you really want to experience miracles, which you will, the last time that I ran this challenge, every woman that did it experienced miracles. And they saw huge shifts in their mindset within the first day. So when you do the things that I share with you, you will see massive changes in your experience, in your current reality, in what attracts to you, what comes for you, what's available to you. I just want you to know that it's really a game changer. I said this when I feel like all I do is talk to people. It's all I do all day. I was saying that had I learned, it was a video that I did in here where I was saying, had I learned how to actually utilize these tools earlier in my life, my hair is driving me nuts today. I would have, there would have been so much that I would have experienced differently. When I learned the power of intentional living, when I learned the power of energy, when I really understood that we are all energy, when I shifted my relationship to faith, being that I was raised all girls private Catholic school for like my whole life, and rediscovered what faith meant to me versus what I was told it needed to be versus what was told I needed it to be versus not just family, but my teachers, my school, the church. And I say all of this isn't about religion. So I just want to put that out. But I really want to share to you the power in having a belief in something greater outside of yourself. And the belief to know that you're supported beyond measure and that desires on your heart are meant for you and that life is actually meant to be very much enjoyed. So, okay. So guys, today is day one of the Miracle Mindset Challenge. And today we talked about aligning with the divine. And many of you might think aligning with the divine, like what is all of this? So some of you that are new to me, so I'll give a quick overview. I have been doing this work for 14 years. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I have a background as a fitness expert. I'm a body intuitive. I've healed myself with cancer. I've eradicated cancer from my body in under 8 weeks. Doing the methodology that I teach, I healed myself of SIBO, asthma, Epstein-Barr, a lot of different things. I've helped to heal, God, at this point, I would say in terms of anxiety, illness, and up leveling in life. I mean, we're in the thousands for all the women that have gone through my programs. As for people that I've been able to work with on a private capacity, we're in the hundreds. I've been doing this work for 14 years. I specialize in reprogramming the subconscious mind. We often teach what we needed to learn, right? So I first really needed to understand what wholeness is. And wholeness is coming back to the truth of who you are before you ever thought you were less than. What is the whole woman? The whole woman is somebody that's worthy. When you are really in your worth, you're aligned and you know what is meant for you, what's really available to you. So we're going to start off every one of these calls. We're going to go in, we're going to have an experience. We're going to do a meditation. We're going to ground into and connect into the intuitive body. Aligning with the divine is actually what it means is it's aligning with you, not with the mind, with the divine. What is the divine? The divine is the imagined mind. The divine is the essence of who you are, the limitless being that resides in each and every one of you. The divine is where we want to start to align ourselves each day. See, I was even leading this in one of my Queens calls. I run a group program called the Ultimate Queens, and these are really about women in the highest level of consciousness that are quantum leaping and making, they're really in the heightened levels of self-development. And they're really going to those next levels in all areas of their life. And one of them said to me, I was sharing with them my New Year's ritual practice. And they said to me, well, should these be, realistic goals? And my answer was this, and I want you guys to really think about this for yourselves. Reality is only what you deem it to be. So there's going to be stuff that I'm going to talk about that's going to sound quite esoteric and maybe even a bit ambiguous, or maybe it's very, very new to some of you and not to others. And this is really meant, so take what speaks to you, leave what doesn't, right? I really want you to know your highest voice. I want you to trust yourself above all else, and to always know to come back to this center point within yourself, right? So what you're going to learn in these next 5 days is 1, how to have a positive mindset. 2, what to do with the barrage of negativity that can come our way. 3, how to really clear and create a magnetic energy field to attract in more of what you want, and how to manifest quickly, and how to be in the expectation of miracles and have them occur for you daily. I can give you a random example. I just went through a move, and I was going through a box, and I pulled out a card, and a check for $4,300 fell out. And I'm going, what? And that's how things happen. I just have things like that happen all the time. And I sat there and I was like, and I had even endorsed the check. It's from 2 years ago. And I was like, well, this just happened. It just happened I think 2 years over the weekend. And I just had a box of my books and things arrive from California. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh, look at that. Little miracle. It just happened. And I cashed it, and I was like, well, maybe I cashed it already, so maybe it's not real, but maybe, I don't know, it's here, it just showed up. Let's just see, right? I'm not going to throw it out. And I cashed it, and I had never cashed it before. So I just got $4,300 out of absolutely nowhere. That's how these things work. I expect miracles, and they happen for me. I don't have resistance to them happening. I'm in the belief of them coming. I don't need to strangle them with the desire. So we're going to get more into that. So I want to share with you guys that over these 5 days, so we're going to always start every call with a recap. We're also going to go into an aligned practice. I'm also going to riff and just kind of share randomness because I get channeled information all the time. And also because I have ADD, and why not share things about randomness that comes up for me. Okay. And then we are also, I'm going to give you practices. So actual things that you're tangibly going to do. That's why you have the handouts, guys. So go through the handouts. Don't just come and watch the videos with me. Do the morning ritual each day. See what happens for you. If you want to experience miracles, do what I'm telling you, right? Truly, just be open to it. And so giving yourself a hug first thing in the morning. Who here loved the morning ritual from earlier today, right? And share with me in the chat any questions that you have. But, I don't know what that was. Okay. So the other thing that I want to tell you guys is, be in the space of the expectation of good things to happen to you, but always notice your energy. So when we are aligning with the divine, again, just clean and clear here, the divine is you, okay? You are divine consciousness. The only thing that happened to you was human experience. The humaning experience of starting to think that something was wrong with you. So one of the things that I do, and one of my superpowers, if you will, is I'm able to see energetic fissures. And I'll get back to the reality thing for the New Year's ritual. But I'm able to see energetic fissures. And what that means is you came into this world whole and you started to separate from self and you started to buy into these limiting beliefs about who you are. And you started to allow these limiting beliefs to create a new identity. So here's the whole you, the limitless being, the one that knows that you are deserving and worthy of everything and that you can be, do, have anything that your heart desires and so much more. And then there's the fractured you that starts to go, well, I'm fat, or I'm supposed to be smarter, or I'm supposed to be this, or I'm supposed to be that. And all of a sudden you have all these branched off different variations and identities of yourself that are fractured. Some are good and some expand upon beautiful talents and gifts that you have, and they highlight them maybe more. And others have you see an altered version of you that is so far from the truth, but you start to believe that it's you. And that creates your ego. And these fractured pieces become these identities that make up the ego, and the ego comes in to tell you what you can't have, and the ego is the mind. Not your mind. I really want you to start noticing and catching yourself when you say my mind. No, it's the mind. The mind is where all suffering happens. The mind is what wakes you up in the middle of the night with anxiety. The mind is what tells you, and has you go into comparison. It says the mind creates fear. The mind says that you're not enough exactly as you are, that you need to have something so much bigger and better, right? That you can't do, you can't have, you can't be. That's a false reality. So when my client in my Ultimate Queens group said to me, Melissa, do you want us to create goals based off of realistic, like what's realistic or not? And I said back to her, well, what's realistic? Realistic is the lens that you choose to see life through. Realism will keep you in the exact reality that you currently live in. Who wants to, unless you love the reality that you're in, but I would think that you're here because you want to experience something greater. You want extraordinary. And in order to have that, we need to live in the imagined mind, which is the divine mind. The imagined mind and aligning with the divine is what beautifully happens in the early morning hours, right upon waking and right before we go to bed, when our conscious mind, when the ego isn't as loud, and when there's less resistance, and we allow our mind to go into a wonder state, to imagination, to a world of play, and to what could be bigger and what's our heart really calling us to. Could I dare to live a life so different than what I'm currently living? A part of you might ask. Could I dare to say yes to a dream? Could I dare to pursue and follow my heart? What would happen if I started writing that book? What would happen if I quit my job? What would happen if I asked for that raise? What would happen if I told my partner that I want more or that I need to leave? What would happen if I was a yes to my dreams? We stopped asking ourselves these simple questions. We stopped playing in play. We stopped playing at all in the adulting that we do. And what happens with that is we start to live in realistic terms of what's available to us. And I want you to wash all of that away. Listen, I'm not saying there are certain things, and in my, anybody that's in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight group, I'm not saying go eat all the bonbons and let's manifest all our weight away. But I can tell you that I teach manifesting weight loss. I've done it. I don't have a thyroid. I'm aging backwards. I'm at the same weight that I was when I was 25, and I used to eat like 800 calories a day and work out 7 days a week. So I say that because you easily, and the women that go through my program often have manifested weight loss, and that's what they do. And I say manifest weight loss. Well, this isn't just, again, we eat bonbons and pray the weight doesn't come on our bodies. No, but we learn about energy, and we learn about intention, and we learn about connection, and we learn about what it is to be connected to our body and to eat in alignment with our body, and to eat foods that serve us instead of hurt us, and to want to listen to our body and want to eat to thrive and feel alive, right? And when you do that, you naturally start, if you look at it, you will naturally start eating less. You will naturally start choosing healthier options. You will naturally start going, you know what? I don't like the brain fog that I get from all the sugar. I don't like that I feel tired after I eat, so I don't really want to eat that way anymore, and I want this. And then there starts happening, and it's easy, and it's not a diet, and right? And I say that, I'm just using the example of weight just because we're women, and often it's what's talked about. But it's one of those things where I can tell you that when you align and you start to connect in, instead of outsourcing to what you've been told you need to do, and you start to connect in to what is being told from you for you to do, then it becomes really easy, and you're in flow and you're aligned. That's what this entire first day was about. That's what your handout is about. It's about the inspired action that comes through alignment. It's about understanding that you are divine consciousness. It's about taking reality out of all of it and asking yourself, what is it that I really want? What is it that's here for me? Because the only limitations that exist are the ones that we create. And the only excuses that exist are the ones that we allow. So when you sit there and ask yourself, what is it you really want? And you limit yourself with, well, I could only really ask for $2,000 extra because nobody actually gets a raise bigger than that in my corporate company, because that's the percentage that they give to everybody. So that's the only amount of like more money I could possibly make. No, I say no. I say no because I've done that. I've been you. I know exactly what to do. You ask and you let the universe show up for you. You ask and you allow greater things. You ask for the amount. You see the amount. You go for what it is that you really want. You don't need to know the how. You just need to take the inspired action that the intuitive body, the aligned body, the inspired body, the divine, not the ego, not the mind, the divine mind. There's a difference. The divine mind is the imagined mind. The divine mind sat there when you were a little girl and said, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a fairy. I want to be the president. I want to be a mom. I want to be, and it saw visions, and it excited you, and it made you happy. And so you played, and you used to imagine yourself doing those things. And then that was something that you decided you wanted for you. And so you played in that world. And in the play of that world, if you look back, a lot of things, good and bad, that you played in or allowed yourself to sit in the feeling of, transpired for you in your life, both good and bad. Things that you didn't want, that you had a lot of energy around. Right now, think about something that you didn't want. Something that you had a lot of fear would happen for you. Whether it was an illness or losing a job or a friend or having something, a relationship end or a grade in school, so many different things. What did you used to have fear around or not want to happen, right? What were those things for you? Well, you'll see that you attracted it to you through the strong vibration that you had for it. Now, yes, you were saying you didn't want it, but your fear and the energy of not wanting it was stronger than the energy of wanting what you wanted. See, if your fear is greater than your desire, you will attract in the fear-based thought, the fear-based manifestation over the desired manifestation. The desire, and often I will say to my clients when I'm teaching this, and I know this from myself as well, I hope this isn't, hold on, you know what, let me adjust this 1 second. I was really bummed because we had tested this all, whoa, on Zoom. And then today, for some reason, Facebook wouldn't allow it. It was really weird. So in the desired manifestation, you will notice that if you have something that you really want, but if you get too detailed in your desire of having it, so let's just say you're somebody who wants to be married and you're envisioning your person and you're getting so detailed, and it's the ring looks like this and my dress looks like this and it has to be like this, and then I meet him here and we do this and blah, and it becomes that it's so much that a big part of you can reject it because it feels too big or it feels too far away from you. You know if this is you, right? Like I was just talking with one of my private clients earlier, and she was like, yeah, if I get too detailed on something that I really want, I will block the manifestation. So you know this is you. Now, some of you need to bring in more details to bring it to life. Now, some of you might go, well, Melissa, I can't see anything and I'm not a visual person, and that's okay. I have so many clients, so many women that have been in my programs that start off going, I can't connect, I can't see anything. And then I have others that, I have a intuitive training that I do to help people open their intuitive body and being. And then I have others that are highly intuitive. I say this though, guys, to expect miracles and to be of a miracle mindset, we need to start opening up to fun. So I want you to think about something that would just be outrageous. What would be so outrageous and so awesome that if it happened, you would be like, what happened? Like whether it's winning the lottery or all of a sudden you just come into like $1 million out of nowhere in the most joyous way. By the way, always preface that something happens in a joyous way, always. So we always want to ask for everything to come in a very joyous way. So what if we really want to look at like what that can be for you. And these are the things that I want you to step more into, and I want you to really start to allow yourself. So let's go back into this one more time. You are not your mind. We don't want to call it your mind. I don't want you to attach to it. It is the mind. The mind is the ego. The ego has been created through all humaning. And where we were told that we were less than, that we were not enough, that we were all of these different things, we created these identities and we started to buy into these identities. And these identities became pieces of us. They became these roles that we started to live out and go, oh yeah, I'm just not good at sports, or I'm not good in school, or I'm the kind one, or I'm the happy one, or I'm always the helpful one, or I'm this, I'm that, right? So we have all of these identities. Some we like and some we don't like, but we just keep living them out, okay? Miracles occur by expecting miracles. So I want you to write down, and you saw these in your mantras and in today's handout. I expect miracles. Every day, I expect miracles. I expect miracles. I expect miracles. No matter what's happening for you, say everything is always working out for me and I expect miracles, right? I believe everything is always working out for me came from Florence Scovel, one of my favorite books, The Game of Life and How to Play It. The next thing that I want you to understand is that I don't want you to think from your mind. The mind is where all suffering comes from. I want you to get into a feeling state in the body. I want you to connect into the body. I want you to be in the body, and I want you to understand what the body is telling you. We're going to fine tune this instrument within you so that you can really start to access the whole woman. The whole woman is the worthy, wealthy, confident badass that lives within you, knows what she's deserving of, has a voice, wants to be expressed, wants to expand, has big dreams, and wants to play big in life, and she's ready to go for it all, okay? She's ready to go for it. She's ready to have it. Yeah, there's some fear there, but she's like, F it, let's go, right? That's the part of you we really want to access here. In the morning and in the evening, right when you wake up and before you go to bed, do not turn on your phones. Do not look at your phones. Do not do anything. This is the time that you get to program the mind. This is the time that you get to sit in the I am so happy and grateful now that, and you state your desires. You state them in a very clear intention. I am so happy and grateful now that this happened for me. I'm so happy and grateful now that this happened for me. I'm so happy and grateful. And it can be you are grateful for things that occurred, and you're so happy and grateful for what's to come. Okay? So important. So happy and grateful for what's to come. Okay? And that's when you really put into practice the desires that are on your heart, the things that you want to experience, and you feel them. What brings manifestations into full form is the feeling of having them. How do we bring the feeling when it's so far away from us? How do we bring the feeling of being rich when you can't even pay your bills? How do you bring the feeling of love when you don't know if you've ever really been in love? We do it by thinking of when was the last time I experienced something close to that. Maybe I don't know what like insane wealth is, but when was the last time that I felt really rich in life? When I felt really rich, was it I just was walking around one day and I just thought life, the world was so beautiful and I felt so rich in who I was and in the love that surrounds me? Or was there a time when I just paid my bills and I just felt like I had overflow and I felt wealthy? I felt like I had money. I was proud of myself. I supported myself. Drop back in to a feeling state. When was the last time that you felt in love or loved? What did it feel like? Did you feel supported? Did you feel at peace? Did you feel free? Did you feel comforted? Bring yourself back to the closest feeling state of the desire that you want for yourself and on your heart, and so it shall be for you. It's the feeling state that brings the manifestation to you quickly. What causes the manifestation to delay is when we waffle and we don't act on our intuitive nudges, 1. When we sit in indecision, 2. When we say we want one thing and then a moment later or the next day we change our minds and go, well, yeah, no, I'm quitting my job. Well, do I want to quit I don't know. There's perks to it's not that bad. Or no, I'm leaving this relationship. It's dysfunctional. It's not good. It's not healthy. Well, but then he did this or she did this and I think I should stay and I don't know. And right? And that's what causes the delay. It's not that the universe doesn't want to give you what you want. It's that your energy isn't clean. It's not definitive. You haven't decided. And if you've decided, then you've backtracked. The other reason that a manifestation won't happen is because it's just words and the words fall flat. So I always say your words are your wand. They'll create for you or against you, right? Florence Scovel, your words are your wand. However, you do have to fake it until you make it with some of your I am statements, right? But when it comes to, and when it comes to manifestation, I really want you to understand that if you're just sitting there going, I love me, I really love me, and I love my body. And you can't even look at yourself in the mirror, or I am rich. Right? Like, I know you guys might be laughing at me, but I'm being dead serious. Like, if you're just sitting there and you're going through the motions of saying mantras and there's no feeling, I actually want you to sit there and be like, I'm rich. Holy shit. I have so much money. Oh my God, money just keeps flowing to me. It's come so easily. I have so much money. That is crazy. That's crazy. I didn't have to do anything. It was so easy to make all that money. It's so easy to make money. Money just piles up in my bank account. How much more can I make money? I wonder where else I'll find an empty check in here. I wonder where that random check will come from. Do you see the change in my energy? I got the part. It happened. Oh my God, I'm in love. I'm so in love. I met him. It happened. Do you see the difference? I'm in an energy. My entire energy is shifted. I'm speaking into existence through a vibration. Really understand this, and I teach this in more depth in my programs, but I'm giving you guys a little bit of an overview here. Your vocal cord is your own energetic code to the angelic realm, to the spirit world. Everybody has a different voice. No one person has the same voice, right? It's your calling card to the universe. It's your calling card to the higher realms, to source, to God, to the universe. So when you say something and you've got excitement, Oh, well, you just revved your own engine. Now we're at 90, right? Instead of 25. I'm monotone. I'm rich. I'm so happy. I love my body. I do. Right? And I hear women all the time go, well, how do I love my body when I'm in pain, or I'm so overweight, I don't fit in my clothes, or my clothes are just tight from the holidays, or like, right? No matter what, I always say, if it's 5 pounds, 100 pounds, it's the same game. Same game, same mental battle. And here's the thing. And it's the same thing with money. Same thing with money, guys. Money and weight, it's all about your worth, and it's all what you believe you're deserving of. Hands down, it's on the same energetic plane. And so I always say, you've really got to be in a space, understand and notice what is the resistance that you have to it. Words are like magic, and they will create for or against you. And I mean, this goes a lot deeper, and I teach this in depth in my Ultimate Queens program about the micro messages versus the macro messages. But guys, pay attention to those micro. Pay attention to the subconscious, the little subliminal messages you're saying to yourself all day. The subconscious messaging of, oh no, I'm happy. I feel so bad. I'm unhappy. This isn't working out. That's not working out. Like, notice what your inner dialogue is, because your inner dialogue is creating your vibration, and your vibration is creating your energy. And that's what you are magnetizing to or repelling against you. So if you're wanting things and they're not coming to you quickly, it's because of these things. Notice your words, notice your micro messaging, notice your energy. Okay? So I know that I've given you guys a lot. Before we close out tonight, I don't see any questions here, but if you have any questions, please let me know. All of you guys, I know that if you aren't receiving any emails, please email support@melissakathryn.com. Please, please, please check your spam and junk folders, especially if you have Gmail. Our emails go there. You need to add us to your inbox, especially for this week. And if you're like, well, I don't want to get emails, whatever. I really don't spam you at all. And I really give a lot of content, whether it's my podcast or it's our weekly wrap up, or if it's videos that I do. But, it's a lot of great stuff, a lot of great tips. Okay. And let's close out with a good meditation. So everybody put your feet flat on the floor. We want all extremities uncrossed. I don't want your hands crossed. I don't want anything on your head. We want to be an open channel to divine consciousness. Hands, palms up, legs, you can be, just get comfortable. If you want to lean back and close your eyes, I do want an inward experience. Hold on. Tomorrow, I really want to be on Zoom. I don't like the shadow. Okay. So coming back into alignment with ourselves, and especially I want you guys to take this with you, aligning with divine, teaching you guys my 5, 5, and 5 breath, which I will always do. It's the foundation of what I teach. It's a combination of breath work, NLP, and subconscious reprogramming and hypnosis all in one. So we're going to breathe deep in through our nose for 5, suspend our breath for 5, and exhale for 5. And this is great for you guys to listen to, especially before bed, but I really hope that you guys are enjoying the Miracle Mindset Hypnosis. You should notice a difference within the first night of listening to it. It's great if you fall asleep to it. It will reprogram your subconscious mind while you're sleeping, and it's actually even better if you fall asleep to it. It was intended to be that way. Watch as your confidence skyrockets and as you feel more grounded and secure. And I can't wait to hear what miracles come for you just after listening to the Miracle Mindset Hypnosis each night. And that's completely free for you as a gift from me to you for being a part of this challenge. And I'm really excited for you guys. Trust me, it will be a game changer for you for this upcoming new year. So eyes closed, feet flat on the floor, palms up. This will just be quick. Calming, relaxing, breathing in through the nose for 5. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 3, 2, 1. Suspend the breath for 5. Eyes closed for an inward experience. Suspend the breath, calming, relaxing, and letting go. Exhale out through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Hold it, almost like you're feeling lightheaded, calming, relaxing, letting go of all worries from today. Exhale out through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take another deep inhale in through the nose, bringing in white healing light in through the nose, calming, relaxing, and letting go in through the nose, behind the eyes, suspending the breath, calming and relaxing, letting go of all of today's worries. As we exhale out of the mouth, we exhale out any and all worries, doubts, and fears, seeing that a dark energy, if you will, a dark breath coming out through the mouth, slowly exiting the body, releasing, cleansing, and clearing. Take another deep inhale in through the nose. Breathing in that white healing light, bringing in ribbons of lavender and green as we cement in healing and clearing in the body, suspending the breath, calming, relaxing. Think of something that you're grateful for that occurred for you today. Giving thanks in your mind's eye. Exhale out through the body any worries and doubts, any issues that need to be resolved. Continuing to breathe deep, bringing your pointer finger and your middle finger and tapping on your heart. Repeating inwardly to yourself, all issues are now resolved. All issues and worries on my heart are now resolved. All issues and worries on my heart are now resolved. I turn these over to you in grace. I turn these over to you in space. Relaxing, releasing, letting go of all that doesn't serve me. Calm, relaxed, trusting in all that will be. We are one, connected in love, fully healed and whole. Knowing that I can turn over and release all my fears and doubts and worries unto thee. Knowing that they will be solved, that they will be cleared, and that all that is given to me is never greater than me. And that all is solved in divine mind. Being reminded of who I truly am and the limitless being that resides within me. Today and every day I welcome only miracles. May they reside within me. May they show up externally. May I see them in my reality. May I know them in my heart. And may I live them out daily. Taking your pointer finger and pressing on your third eye that resides between your two eyebrows, where your pituitary gland lives. Pressing gently. I am a miracle of the Most High. I expect only miracles. From this day forward, I only know the limitless being that resides within me. I am whole. I am worthy. I am ready to have it all. Bringing your hand on your heart and your hand on your belly. God, source, universe, all the powers that be, you know the desires that are on my heart. I ask you to bless them and to allow them to unfold for me in divine time. And take a moment now to express any gratitude that's on your heart and any desires or support that you are needing at this time. I trust in you, I know you, I am you. May I see with only loving eyes. May I speak only loving words. May I feel only loving emotions. May I hear only love. And may I be love unto others as love is unto me. And take another deep inhale in. All right, beauties. So today, really understand that miracles are around you always. They are here to unfold for you. Watch out. Oh girl, you're in for a treat, because once you open up to this world, you're never gonna want to go back. Choose to see what is available to you. Perfect. It is great. Oh my God, honey. I'm so happy you're here. Tomorrow is going to get even better, and I'm going to be very happy to get into a Zoom space here. So guys, you will have, and I'm making sure my team is also going to pin your morning rituals in the Facebook group by 8 a.m. I know everybody's all over the world in different places. So that's 8 a.m. Eastern. That will be 5 a.m. Pacific. For some of you, it'll be in the middle of the night. All over, but you also get them in your email. Make sure to do the handouts. When I tell you massive change can happen for you in these 5 days, just watch. Because once you say you're ready for miracles and you're open to really commence with the limitless being that you are, and that you're ready to be whole and you're ready to have it all in a joyous way, just watch. And guys, keep a journal, and I want you posting in the group, what are the miracles that are showing up for you? What's been happening for you? Just watch, because they will. And you will just sit there and notice, and there's nothing too small and nothing too big. So when I say miracles, like if it was supposed to rain tomorrow and you wake up to the sun shining, that's a miracle. Don't just look at, oh my God, Melissa got a check for $4,300. Do I have? Look at anything. Am I asking for more money and I found $1? That's a miracle. Money's energy. It doesn't know the difference. If you want a different dollar amount, ask for a different amount. For love, just see what, oh wow, I've been asking for love. What acts of love are being shown unto you? Look for miracles, but be open and see all the signs and all the miracles that are available to you, because they are all available to you and they're showing up for you all the time. But we have to start opening ourselves to see them. Trust me, the more you'll see them, the more they'll multiply. All right, guys, I love this. Day 1 is done. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. All my love. Bye.